All right, guys. Thank you for hopping on this morning. So today for the hottest summer boot camp video, we're actually going to talk with Samantha Cox. We're particularly going to be covering vision, but not like the how to cut out pictures and glue it to a board kind of thing. That's something I'm sure you know how to do. But what we're going to talk about is the power of a vision board. I know that I had never really I guess I had used vision board like things in my life without realizing that's what they were called in the past. But once I became a promoter with the company and heard about vision boards and got pretty serious about them, they've become a really crazy, amazing, almost mystical thing for me because I have a way of putting things on vision boards and they have a way of coming true. Whether that's because I stare at it all day long. When I say stare at it, I don't like sit here and stare at it, but I pass it all the time. Just the process of really thinking about what my goals really are, and then defining that in terms of finding a photo of either a quote or a location, or maybe like I have a picture of I'm looking to one of my vision boards. I have a picture of my credit card, and on it I wrote zero balance, and that became a real thing a couple months ago. So, and it is my credit card, but I blacked out the numbers. Like, I don't know, like I thought somebody would break into my office and see it. But I think the more specific you get with your vision board, the more specific your goal is, the better off you're going to be. And I know some people think it's foo-foo and some people think it's whatever, but no matter what side you're on, if you do any type of prayer, any type of meditation, just in general, any type of goal setting in life, when you're setting a goal, that is basically proclaiming that you feel like the future is coming and you feel like the direction that you want your future to go. So no matter what you want to call it, visualizing your goals or your life through the prayers you say daily or the vision boards you make or however you do it, it's a very powerful thing to connect that deeply with what you want. And so I know that Samantha absolutely loves manifestation. She is such a good goal setter. She's so good at talking about the energy you put out, the things you think about coming true. And so that's why I wanted Sam to be my speaker for today. So Samantha, I know you've got 2 kids running around. I know, don't worry about it. Everyone's cool with that. If they decide they want to hop on and start talking to, we're fine. So I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to let you start sharing anything and everything you want. I'll keep an eye on the time because we do run out of time with Zoom after a while. So when we reach that point, I'll just kind of wave you down. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
So, yeah, woo! Sitting on the trampoline, just popped a spring. See, a little dangerous. Okay. So, vision boards and visualizing what you're doing. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Very similar. I was kind of creating those before I even started Thrive. So I always tell people, like, it's part of my story actually, that I was looking for something when I found Thrive. I just felt like there was something I was meant to be doing, or something I just felt like there was something bigger than what I was already doing, but I didn't know what it was. And so I had been writing things down, even if it's not on a big giant vision board. Just writing down what you're wanting is huge enough. Putting it into words, putting it on paper. But once I did become part of the company and I heard that Brittany Williams began questioning Lindsay because she was cleaning her house and saw her vision boards, I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I should really, okay, I could see why that would be inspirational to somebody on the outside looking in. So I was kind of intrigued, and I asked, and I interviewed both of them actually about that. And I learned so much about how important it is to visualize what you want. And I remember that shortly after that, I think we were chatting about it. I'm not really sure, but I was like, I have to be 12K. Like, I want that auto bonus so bad. And you told me to write down I am 12K and write it all over everything. So I did. I had it on like Post-it notes. My rear view mirror in my car was like, I am 12K. In the bathroom, there was a Post-it note that said, I am 12K. All over the house, everywhere I went, when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I saw was I am 12K. And my planner, as soon as I open it up, it says I am 12K. Everywhere it said I am 12K. And that was the month that I earned my auto bonus. And so it felt really good to be like, okay, I wrote it down and then it happened. Like, and then to look at that and say I am 12K before you're 12K, you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, that's really going to be hard. But when you're looking at it over and over again, you start to believe it. And when you start to believe that the words are true is when it starts manifesting for you and things start actually coming true. So the whole point of the vision board is to get your goals out larger than life, big enough for you to see every day, somewhere you're going to actually see it. And it doesn't have to be, extravagant things that are, it doesn't even have to be things that you're going to buy. It could be things or things that you want to have. It could just be something that you want to be, like, I am the best mom. I mean, it could just be anything as simple as, characteristics that you want. I am a good organizer, or I am organized, things like that can help you to get to things like 12K. So whatever it is that you are wanting, yes, put it on your wall so that you can see it every day, but also just put it anywhere and everywhere that you might see it. Put it as, my favorite is to put it as your background on your phone. Like, make a little collage of something that, everything that you think that you are after, your goals and your dreams, and put it on your phone, so that you see it every time you open it. And another thing I learned from reading this book, Light is the New Black, that I'm obsessed with, she kind of talks about not just putting down your goals, but also put things down that you've already accomplished and make it like a feel-good board. So the things that you're wanting are on the board, but things that you've already accomplished that make you feel good go on the board. Kind of mix it all together so that you're believing that the things that you're wanting can actually happen, just like the things you've already got. So you can kind of look at where you've already been and how much you've already accomplished, so that it makes you feel more confident in the things that you are reaching for. And so same thing as, when you become a Thrive promoter, I don't know, a lot of people's goal is to incorporate more of their family time into their business. So some people want financial freedom so that they can have time freedom, or some people want to be a better mom, so they want to feel better and do things that way, or some more time with their family, making more memories, working less. So making a vision board is something that, yeah, you can put that on your vision board, but that's something you can do with your family. That's something you can even do with your kids. You can make a vision board together. You can sit down and say, in 2019, we want to go to Disney, and put it down on a big poster board. That's something that not only you're working for, but your family is excited about too. My kids are like doing their own thing right now, so that's what they do. So yes, it is important to visualize and look at it. But on the other side of visualizing and writing it down and looking at it every day, it's not really going to happen if you're just looking at it every day. So just looking at it is exciting. It's a reminder for why we're doing what we're doing. It's a reminder when someone asks you for a 3-way call at 9 o'clock at night and you really just want to go to bed, but you're looking at that vision board like, man, it would be really nice to go to Cabo. I'm going to stay up and do this call, because you never know what's going to happen. So the whole point of having the vision boards around the house or in your car or on your phone is so that when you are doing your 3-way calls or doing your calendar challenge or typing up your Lavelle story that you're going to send to the fan page, whatever you're doing, it's going to remind you why you're doing it. And the things that you do in the meantime is what's going to get you what you visualized for. So it's just an easy thing to, if you don't have a vision board, these things, like the ideas in your head that you want, that would be on your vision board, they're just up there in your head, and it's easy to forget when you are living day-to-day life. But if you are looking at it then when it's your normal routine, you're getting ready for the day, you're doing laundry, or you're listening to whatever on TV or the radio, it's just something to look at to remind you, this is why I'm working so hard, or this is why I'm going to get up an hour early, or this is why I'm going to stay up an hour late, or whatever it is. The vision boards are really, really exciting, especially when you can check off what's on your list, or you can, celebrate what you've earned. But it just makes all the hard work worth it when you can see, this is what I've earned for working so hard. So definitely things can come to you. You can manifest things without a vision board, absolutely. But when you do write it down and you accomplish it, the overwhelming feeling of accomplishing something is so rewarding. It's just like when you hit any rank or earn any bonus or a trip or anything, anytime you earn something with this company, it is so exciting. Like, the whole team cheers for you. People are calling you, telling you congratulations, and everybody's texting you, calling you, telling you you did great. But when you have written it down and you personally have been looking at it every day, and you get to see for yourself what you've earned and what you've accomplished without praise from anyone else, it's the most overwhelming feeling of just, you're in the right place at the right time. It makes you feel like you're doing what you should do without depending on other people to build you up for that. Because when you can take that off your list and move it from what you want to what you've already achieved, it is the absolute best feeling. So I think that's pretty much everything I was wanting to talk about.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to give something else.
Okay. The only thing I'll kind of add to this is, I think a lot of times you hear about intent, like living with intent, working with intent. And I think that for me, my vision board helps keep my intent in the right direction, because I could sit on Facebook and I could scroll and I could get lost in someone's vacation pictures, and I could get lost in some link that goes to some cute little sundress that takes me to some website. I mean, we've all been there. You all know what I'm talking about. But when I am sitting here at my desk and I have a vision board to the left and I have a vision board to the right, if I sense myself scrolling somewhere out of the corner of my eye, I remember that if I'm on someone's vacation pictures, it's because I need to comment on their vacation pictures and then move on, because I need to be connecting with people, not playing on the internet. I went a step further. I have a very large vision board, and like I said, I've had a few, and I've been able to check things off. But a month or more ago, I actually did what I call my intent vision board. And so, for example, when I'm looking at my vision board, it says 20 plus auto earners, 4 plus vacations a year. I've got places on there like Santorini, Greece, Sicily, Italy. Those are amazing things, and those are I got a pool for the backyard. I mean, I've got some great stuff on my vision board, but on my intention board, it's a bit more specific on, when I think of the person who's taking 4 vacations a year, and they include places like Greece or Italy, or a person who has a team with so many auto earners, what is that person's life like? So in other words, to get to my goals, what do I feel like I need to be as a person? So on my intention board, it says things like pray first, always give people more than they expect, be the best version of you. It's just got little reminders. It talks about get up, dress up, and show up no matter how you feel. Things like look for something positive in each day. So on occasion, when you maybe wake up and you're not sure what to do with yourself, like maybe you feel like you're in a funk, maybe you've had a bad week and no one's responding, that's the time when I really pull on my vision boards. They're, when life is going great and people are ordering and the team is rocking, like it's just, everything is hunky-dory, I don't even notice them as much. I know they're still here, but it's when I'm like, oh, no one's talking back. No one's even saying boo or telling me to stop emailing them. That's when I have to look at my board and go back to like the deeper reason, dig a little deeper as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I just think that, yes, I could have in the back of my head, I want to go to these places, or I want to have this kind of a team, but all too often we get in our head anyway, and that little voice in our head starts talking negative. So if I'm hearing some negative stuff in the back of my mind, but visually I look at my board and I'm taking it positive, that intention is what will help get you past that funk. So yeah, things on my vision boards that have actually happened. I put all of the trips, as soon as the trips are announced, they go on my vision board, and I just qualified for my 9th trip. Every single one of those has been on my vision board. There was a time early on when I put on my vision board that I wanted 4 auto bonus earners, and this was right after I got my auto bonus. I didn't even know who the heck 4 people were going to be, and within 2 months, I had 4 new auto bonus earners on my team. So you just have to realize it's that whole what you think about, you bring about. So, and I know a lot of us struggle with maybe dealing with negative family members. Maybe people at work make fun of us. Maybe we're just semi not even semi, just our insecurities, our lack of self-confidence, especially early on. So if you can have something that, like Sam said, maybe it's in your car, maybe it's the screensaver on your phone, maybe it's hanging in the bathroom, maybe it's in your office, wherever it is that you're going to see it. I know a lot of people have it on the inside of their closet door because you get dressed every day, so that's a perfect place to see it. If you just have something every day that gives you that positive back that you need to boost you up, even if it's a Post-it note with a few words on it, or it's a big giant fancy board, it doesn't matter. It's you make it, you pour it into it, so you know what that means. Even if it's just a little piece of notebook paper, you know that what you wrote on there is important. So I'm going to put a link to the book that Samantha mentioned, Light is the New Black. She recommended that to me too. I've also read it, I've listened to it on Audible, and that's one I love to go back and listen to. If you've ever listened to anything from Bob Proctor, he's amazing. He talks about the power of intention. If any of you have ever seen the movie The Secret, he's one of the speakers in there. You all know people in your life who it could be the most beautiful sunny day and they'll find something wrong with it. And there's always something going wrong in their life. And they could get a dozen red roses from a stranger and they would find something wrong with it. You have to realize that, you live the life that you want to live. I'm not saying everything comes to us easily, but how you respond to what's happening in your world is what's going to set the rest of everything else in motion. So if you can stay positive, and I don't think it's humanly possible to be positive 24/7. That's why I think something like a vision board will help bring you back. It's so worth it. It's so worth the time. So just some little tips on, like I said, you can have a piece of notebook paper. It could be something as simple as writing out your I ams. That's a version of a vision board. I'm just a big fan of thinking of what it is or where I want to go, or like I knew that specifically my credit card was a BP Visa credit card, so I Googled a picture. I have a mortgage through LCMB, so I Googled their logo. So again, you want to be really specific about the things that you want. Like if you want to go to Sicily, Italy, spend 5 minutes and find a hotel that looks amazing and put the picture of the hotel on your board. Like I don't want to just randomly end up in Sicily someday and have to walk around in circles. I want to know where I'm going. So be as specific as you can. Use the power of the internet. Print pictures out. If you don't even have a printer, you can just save them all, make a collage on your phone, whatever you need to do. But the most important part of all this, regardless of how it looks in the end, is that you have sat down and had a conversation with yourself about what is it that I want. Because I can guarantee if you don't know what you want, when someone says no, you're going to go clean the kitchen and stop working. You're going to go to your day job and not say anything to anybody about what you do because you don't have, your why has not been identified. So anyway, we could honestly talk about this for hours on end, so I don't want to do that. Sam, is there anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I think that was good. I'm ready to go make a new vision board now.
All right. Well, if you guys need anything, let us know. I am going to share the recording of this so you can share it with your teams. I think a lot of times, whether someone's brand new and they've never heard of a vision board, or some of you guys have had a vision board that's 3 years old, it's time to update it. It's time to add to it. Maybe something you put on your board 3 years ago really isn't a priority anymore. Get it off of there. That's super important space. So with that, I'm going to close this out. Samantha, thank you again. Thank you. So well behaved for me, please. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.